This challenge was created by Hooked on Tea. Hey everybody, it's your girl Shella, PromoSTK, eating good in the neighborhood. And I'm doing a challenge today. And the challenge is by Hooked on Tea. And it is hashtag what would you tell yourself challenge. What would you tell yourself challenge? So you get find a picture of yourself, a baby picture, teenage picture, so anything teenager and below, and just talk to yourself. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am Shella Troas Kirkland. That's the STK in the promo. So what I would tell myself, my precious self as a child, is to always remain you, no matter what. Don't be a follower, always be a leader, always. Because in life, you will be tested. And you will be tested. 5th grade will be your testing year. So always remember that. And in the remembrance of that 5th grade year, remember to do the right thing. We all have our paths to take. And in our paths, we can go right or we can go left. Sometimes people get stuck in the middle of that path. But don't get stuck in the middle. Make a decision, because the word says you're either hot or cold, not in between. So when you're making that decision, Shella, make sure you're doing what is best for you. And when you get to the age where you're ready to be baptized, because you will be baptized, I know your whole life is going to change at that point. And the old you is going to be washed away into a new you. And that's when you'll see a lot of changes in your life. So don't be afraid of those changes. You will be shy. You will be very shy. You'll be sneaky. Trust me, you will be sneaky. But that's okay, because everybody don't need to know everything about you. There are parts of you that you keep to yourself. And that is what makes you unique and makes you you. So every day that you go out into the world, be a better you. And then you go to high school. And in your transition to high school, you're going to see a lot of different changes. And that's where peer pressure starts to set in. But you remember this poem that your honors English teacher had you memorize. And you will remember that until I think the day you die. And it's called Good Name. And if anybody knows that poem, look it up. Good name in man and woman is the immediate jewel of their souls. Who steals my purse steals trash. 'Tis something, nothing. 'Twas mine, 'tis his, and has been slave to thousands. But he who filches from me my good name robs me of that which not enriches him, but makes me poor indeed. And what that poem is saying is about your reputation. How someone can go and falsify you. And when that happens, you have to know from whence you came. We can't let evildoers sway how we go about our lives. And in saying that, you had an opportunity to become a journalist, to go and study journalism. But you being you held yourself back because you weren't ready. And sometimes in life, we we can hold ourselves back from our own blessings, but what's for you is for you. And it doesn't matter that you held yourself back from that blessing, because God opens up many doors in your life, and He will continue to open up many doors in your life. And I'm just looking back and I'm thinking, and I'm saying to myself, one day you'll be in my shoes right now. And I don't want you to look back on your life and question why you did something, or question, should I have done something different? Because what got you here is where God knew you would be. Yes, God knew you would be where you are today. At this particular time, at this same moment, God knew. And that is all that matters in life, is that God knows. And when people try to peer pressure you into doing something that you know is wrong, or try and peer pressure you into doing something because they're doing it, know that you are your own unique person. You are your own unique person, and you have your own mind. And you need to follow that, because in life, people will turn against you because you want to follow your own mind. Don't try to follow the Joneses. Don't try to follow people that mean you no good. God gave us all common sense. And don't try to be popular, because let me tell you, I was popular, you're going to be popular, but you're going to be popular in a good way. You know, you hear about people being popular and it's always negativity, it's always a bad way. I had this one classmate, and you'll know who she is when you get there. And she used to always say, Sheila's never wrong, she just misunderstood. So I take that with me today, and I tell you, you're never wrong, just misunderstood. Because your wrong is your right, and they're not living that way. So don't worry about what people say about you. If people are talking about you, don't worry about that. It's like oil and vinegar. Just let it slide right off. And then one day, not this day right here, but years from now, you'll be a grandma. And you will look forward to that day, and you will be the best grandma ever. Yes, you will. But right now, me and you both, Sheila, are looking forward to that day. But in the meanwhile, we have nieces and nephews that fill those gaps. And when you get older, you will fill those gaps with your nieces and nephews and your brothers and sisters as the years go on and on. So I tell you today, as you look back at me from your reflection, is to always remember who you are. That is what I leave to you. Remember where you came from. That is what I leave to you. And most importantly, remember where you're going. And that is my message I give to you, Sheila Troas Kirkland.